Welcome back, guys. This is episode 2 of While True Learn. I've been trying to play around with it a little bit in my spare time, and I've been doing absolutely terrible at it. I think it's just been a little bit too long since the last time I played, and I've kind of forgotten maybe how to play it. But yeah, there's a startup that I think is available here if we load in. It's either available now, or it's going to be available after task 11, maybe 12. Where you try to do, it's about like doing a self-driving car, but obviously we've talked about how the text here is just basically flavor text and doesn't have a whole lot to do with the actual task, or gameplay mechanics, I guess. But anyway, I managed to set it up to a point where it was making minus like $30,000 a week. And I just kind of let it go, and I was dumb and didn't pay attention to it. So when it hit the end of the week and it took that money out of my account, my shares were worth nothing, the company bankrupted, and I just sort of decided maybe I'll go back and reload an older save and not save where I currently am, because that was just really bad and kind of dumb of me for not paying attention. So we're going to get in here. We need 100% accuracy. We have 18 seconds. We're going to get $1,000, and we are on task number 11. So from here, we've got red, green, and blue squares, and we're trying to output them to two main outputs, both wanting red squares and nothing else. Take a look at our custom nodes. Okay, we got nothing in there right now. Let's go ahead and start with a load balancer. I think we're going to need it. Gonna need a couple decision trees, a trash can. So we're gonna do red and any. And something else I've been thinking about. The UI here, or like the game board, or whatever you want to call this, the main like play space. I think it's gonna need a zoom function of some sort, or some way to make this stuff smaller. Because when you start getting into really complex things, like what I was trying to do with the self-driving car scenario, I had every single inch of this board covered in nodes, because I was trying to do like a whole bunch of, you'll see that we get more shapes. We have circles, squares, and triangles, and it only wanted circles, so I was basically filling the entire board with sifts. I can't remember if we had that in episode 1, if they showed up yet. I think they did. But anyway, so it's to sift out circles, squares, and triangles, and I was just trying to get down to circles. So I had like 16 of those sifts, and they were taking up like an entire portion of the thing. And then the entire other side was filled with trying to sort down to red and green. And there was just no room to like see anything. Or like some of the stuff was starting to overlap, and it was just getting kind of annoying. So I think maybe this UI here is going to need to get something that will make it a little bit easier to have a whole bunch of stuff on screen at once. Unless I'm just being bad at the game and you can do it with a lot fewer nodes, which is entirely possible. So we have these reds here. We're going to need a couple more decision trees. So when we have our any here, that means red, green, and blue could show up on it. So if we do green, blue, green, blue. So that stuff can come in here. Actually, I think if we do, say green, we send that directly to the trash. Flip these around real quick. Any green, whatever, doesn't matter, goes to the trash, and then the any's come in here. Whoops. So green goes to the trash, the any's come in here. And we want red. And then we just trash everything else. A few reds will get thrown away, but I think that's okay. Oh wow, it was throwing away way too many reds. Holy crap. So if our innies come in here, then we'll have red. Maybe we need to change this up a little bit. Let's do green, blue, any. So greens and blues are going to be thrown away. Our innies are going to go to the second level of sorting, which means there'll be red, green, and blue, so we want red to go there. And then we want something else here. So red, green, and blue could hit that. We want the reds to go there. We shouldn't need this many levels of decision. Green is being trashed. So let's do blue is being trashed. And then innies. Let me clear that out real quick. So blue and green are being trashed immediately. Might need one more tree here. Oh, I see. Okay, so green and red is what we want. So then down here we'll want, let's do the same thing, red and green. When it hits the next thing, it's going to be red and blue. Blue, red, and red. Let's give it a run. Still throwing away. Oh, I've got the red set up wrong. Whoops. Green. I had that backwards. Now it should work. There we go. So $65, 16.4 out of 18 seconds. Yada yada, it all works. Okay, so the way that this works is we've got our load balancer out to the first level of sorting. And in that first level, we are explicitly sorting on red and green, which means blue can go out either output. But because we're sending output 2 directly to the trash, that means 50% of the blues coming out are automatically going to go to the trash, which is what we want. But then the blues that do happen to end up on our red output, they get sorted in the second level of decision, explicitly for blue to hit the trash, so then all we're left with is red, and that goes to our outputs. We just do that on both sides of our load balancer, and everything's good. Let's go ahead and release it. So we got $935 for that. Not too bad. We can go to Seabay, though. Oh boy, cat skins. Ooh, that's expensive. Cyborg. He needs your clothes, your boots, and catacycle. That's from Terminator. It's pretty funny. I'm not sure what this one's from. The Viking helmet. Meow, meow. I don't know what that's from. Probably another movie, I'm gonna assume. So for $400, we can increase our processing queue size, which isn't too bad. We'll grab that. Data transfer speed can be increased by 1%. Ooh, network node speed, or node work speed increased by 1, and data transfer by 1. That's really good. Let's grab that. Ooh, we can decrease server costs. I like that. Node work speed by 3%. That's really good too. Over here in nodes, we could buy a random forest. It's a more complex structure than a decision tree because it can recognize more clauses. But as you can see, it takes 1.3 seconds, which is extremely slow. It's actually more efficient to just use probably 2 normal decision trees. Yeah, it would be. So let's not even worry about that for now. Tambourine to increase the speed. Okay. Yeah, let's go ahead and get it. Why not? More transfer speed. We don't really need to spend that much money on it. We don't really need more queue size right now. Ooh, a Rentium 3. Ooh, GVidia. That's pretty good. Increase network node speed by 5%. That's pretty good, actually. I think we might actually just take that. And we still have enough money to get a Rentium 3. Why not? We got money. Let's spend it. Alright, let's go back out here. Let's check our mail. Ooh, here we go. So we've got the other startup that I was talking about earlier, the self-driving car. So I think we're gonna join in at 400, the max share. We still have $914, so we're not doing too bad. But here you can see we have all these sifts, and they take 1.12 seconds. And they're just pretty slow. Kind of hurts us. For some reason, we have like no custom nodes in here. Which, I wonder if that's a bug, because when I just played this in my free time, I had all of my previous nodes where I had 2 parallel, 4 parallel, where it was a whole bunch of load balancers, and other things like that, but they're all missing. So that's helpful. I have a feeling that might be a bug in the game. So we're going to have to do this the hard way. Let's hook these up. Get some sifts going. I'm going to go easy on it. So we're not thousands and thousands of dollars in the hole again. So that gets us down to our circles. And then we're going to have decision trees. Whoops, I need a trash can. And the decision's going to be red or green, with a final decision. Red, green is in here. So we're going to try and get rid of blue. So green down there. Problem is it's going to have some blue on it. So it's going to need to go there, I think. So down here, red and green. So this is going to be red and green. Red, blue. Let's get these set up correctly. Blue to the trash. So this should be, whoops, blue and green. So we throw away the blue, send green on. I need to make some room here. Kind of hard to see where my lines are going. So clear these out real quick. Okay. So we're trying to throw away blue. So from here, it will have some blue on it. Actually, if we select blue so that green will be on some of our stuff, we can immediately throw away blue. Then we'll sort our red and green here. Yeah, so get rid of that. Then we're going to have blue and green. Blue gets thrown away. Green goes there. It'll have some red on it. And then it'll get sorted. Alright, let's give this a test run. Well, when it works, it works. It's just extremely, extremely slow. Because you can see our sifts are all stopped up. Let's go ahead and throw just a couple load balancers here. This is where your server costs really start going up. Actually, no, let's not do that. I have a feeling this is not going to be very good. Even at only 1164 per second for the servers, I don't think this is going fast enough to really justify that cost. Man, it's terribly slow. Well, let's, I guess, release it and see what it does. So, Tatari, we lost $28 on it this week. And that was the end of the week, so check our mail. We are on to task 11. Automatic movie rater. We need 100% accuracy, and we have 19 seconds. So, let's start out with a load balancer. Pretty much always going to be starting with a load balancer anymore. Need a trash can. And you can see that we've got red, green, blue coming in. Squares. Output 1 needs red and green. Output 2 needs red and blue. So that means that red can go wherever. Let's go ahead and put an any on these. So red can go up here, and this is going to be blue. And we need a tree in the middle. So that's going to have red, green, and blue on it. Oh, wait, do we need... no, let's not... We're not really going to be throwing anything away, I guess. So it should be green and blue. And then it doesn't matter where red goes, so I think that's all we need. Yeah, we'll need another decision tree in the middle, maybe. Yeah. Do that. Green and blue. And test run. Man, that blue is slow to fill. But we were just able to do it. I don't know if we could do that much faster. So we've got red, blue. We've got any, which could go... No, because then we have to sort out the green. So maybe if I did green up here instead of red. And then the any would be green, that's blue and blue. Actually, that might be a little bit better. Yeah, it knocked off about 1 second on our total time. So that is a little bit better. I forgot I didn't need to explicitly sort on red up here because it's going to be on the any and then get pretty much more or less evenly distributed. Okay. We actually could probably do this one a little bit faster. Okay, so, and then here's something else I want to talk to you guys about. I finally realized that you can name your schemes. I'm not sure if that was in the very first episode. It's been a little while. There's been some updates to the game. But you can actually name what will be your custom nodes. So WBWG divide. That is very unhelpful as a name. But we can name it whatever we want. So we could say RGRB. And then later when we try to use this, although I guess we could keep with, keep with the theme of some of how the other custom nodes have been named. But anyway, if we name this RGRB divide, then when we try to use this node later on, we'll know that the top output gives us red and green, and the bottom output gives us red and blue. But yeah, so we know that works. Let's give it let's release it, and we'll be done. Next project, we made 1134 off of that. Not bad. So if we exit out here real quick. So you can see the self-driving car is absolutely terrible. Skip ahead one day real quick. Yeah, you can see it's just getting worse. I have no idea how we're supposed to make this profitable. I can't make this any cheaper. I mean, I guess I can get rid of some of the load balancing, but then, like, what's the point? Because I don't think we could make up enough server money, enough server cost for it to matter. Let's get rid of a couple sifts here. So we're down to 388 per second. Go ahead a day. And yeah, you can see that we're just losing money. So that's really aggravating. There's nothing really in here that would help us. Alright, let's just do the next thing. Task 13. National Heritage Protective System. 100% accuracy, 15 seconds. So we're trying to sort red, green, and blue. And we don't get anything special here, just a decision tree. So I guess the first thing we're going to do, red, any. Oops. Reds are going up. Any's going to come here. It's going to have some red on it. How are we going to sort the blue? Okay, so actually if we go here, green goes into that and that, so green goes here. So we want red, blue, and blue. And this needs green, so reds, blue, blue, and green. And actually that should capture everything. Now it's just if it's fast enough. Ooh, just barely. 12.9 out of 15 seconds. So we can go ahead and release it. Cool. Only spent $25 on it. One server, and everything else looks good. So we made $12.75 on that. Not bad. Pretty easy one. But you can see that we're getting a shorter and shorter time limit on these. Definitely getting harder. So 100% accuracy, 11 seconds. Forecasting the amount of sales in the clothing store. $1,500 reward. Oh, it's the same thing we just did. We just need it to be faster. So we can do an RGB sort. And we can throw one of these in here. A load balancer. So we've got red, green, and blue. And let's see if that's fast enough. Yep, sure is. Pretty close there, 9.1 out of 11 seconds. But it works. Cool. Made $1,465 on that. That's pretty nice. Ooh, man, if we come out here, look at that self-driving car. That is doing terribly. 1330. Do we have any nodes available? Oh, so now you can see some of our nodes are showing up, but not some of the other ones. I have no idea why some of our older nodes are not showing up, but only the nodes since I started playing this session are showing up. That's very annoying. Although we do now have a red, green, blue sort that is 0.27 seconds. Ooh, that might be an option, because that'll get rid of one of these. 3.88 a second. Okay. Let's just try this, see what happens. Grab a couple red, green, blue sorts. Red, green, and blue's being thrown away. Green and blue. Let's give that a test run. So it doesn't change our cost per second, but it's slightly faster. But now we really need to have some more sifts in here. Let's grab a couple of those. And we can hook them up. Give it a test run. You can see our server costs have gone up quite a bit. And it's really just not helping very much. You know what? Because those sifts are so slow, I think we're going to take them out. And we're going to do our color sorting first. Let's just clear all this real quick. And then we're going to put in our sifts. So we're going to need another load balancer. Although that might be too expensive. Yeah, let's stop that for just a moment here. Let's not use those quite yet. So we got red, green, red and green, and then else goes to the trash, blue goes to trash, red, green, else, and load balance. Give it a test run. That might be slightly faster, but then it's just causing a bottleneck back here. But I think that is a little bit faster. So that might bring us out of the massive negative territory, hopefully. I don't know if it would be worth putting in a load balance. And some more sifts. I just don't know if that would... Because that'll bring our costs up to like 11 something per second. And I'm pretty sure that's going to override any efficiency gains that we get from having more sifts. Well, it's day 6 of 7. We're about to possibly have a big loss there. Oop, and there's another startup for us through Gamazon. Geek Students Company. Okay. Let's just go ahead and do task 15 and see what happens. So this is human behavior research. 50% accuracy, 15 seconds. Reward of $1,100. Human behavior research. From Illuminati at cat.meow. Okay. Good morning. We are a scientific laboratory that researches human behavior. We need to extract the data of our last research from our equipment across the city. This is some very important information, so please be very accurate, even though they only want 50% accuracy. Okay. We don't get... yeah, we do actually get our custom node. So, oh wait, we don't get a trash can though? That's dumb. Well, I guess that's why you have to have the 50% accuracy. So it's just red, green, and then, I guess the blue has to go to something. It's pretty dumb. We could also do a decision tree and do any, and that'll help get our accuracy slightly higher. Because that should act like a load balancer almost. So let's go to test run. Bam, already done. And our accuracy is pretty high, so that's pretty nice. $17, 9.2 out of 15 seconds, and it all looks good. Let's go ahead and release it. I like having these nice little easy ones, because basically you're just building up a bunch of custom nodes that'll be for much harder things later on. Alright, so we made 1083 off that, not too bad. It is day 7 of the week. This little terribleness is about to hit us. Ooh, I do want to look at Tatari though, because now that we have our RGB sort, which means we can throw away all the green, and it only takes 0.2 seconds, which pretty much removes all of that. So actually, that's really good. So we want red and blue, and then throw away green. So that should actually, I think, boost up our income there. Ooh, we got some new hardware on eBay. So we can increase data transfer speeds, don't really care. Decrease server costs, that's always good. More queue size, data transfer speed, I don't care. Even more, let's go ahead and grab the Kel server 3500 so we can decrease our server costs a little bit more. We're trying to get this self-driving car to break even, but I just don't know if it's going to happen. So yeah, we got the RGB sort in there. There's nothing really better we could do. RGB quick sort, what's that? 0.045 seconds. And it's apparently much better? Huh, okay. 50% divide. Pretty useless. So red, green, red, blue. .045. We really just need something with the sifts to have a custom node, because that's killing us. I do want to take a look here though. For some reason we are not getting any of our custom nodes from like task 0 to task 11 where we started today. So I don't know if I just need to like... Oh, because they're not completed for some reason. Okay, so that's weird. That's got to be a bug from an update. It's wiped these out. So we are not getting them in our custom node area. That's not good. Whoops. So we need to set these up. Okay, so it's saved. So now okay, I'm gonna have to go through. Oh, we have, hey, that tambourine we bought is actually on the thing. That's weird. So it like brings thunder? That's weird. Okay. So I guess real quick I'm gonna have to go back through all of our old tasks and redo them basically so that they'll show up in our custom nodes because we kind of need them. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then I'll be back. Okay, I finally got that all done. Let's try and get at least one more task done here for this episode. It's running a little bit long, especially since I had to go and do all of that over. So, Moneybag Bank at cat.meow. So they only need 75% accuracy. We have 27 seconds and we'll get $1,600. Oh, what do you know? We already have a red-green divide. Although, that's not really worth it, because then blue is going to end up on stuff. But I guess we are technically only... just do a RGB sort. It doesn't matter. Oh, I don't get a... okay, so we have to. Let's grab our red, green, blue divide, green, or red, green, and run it. Man. Okay, what? Oh, got the hiccups there. Oh, because there's almost... I see. Okay, so we can't just use that. Let's get our red-green, because... So, I didn't even think about it. So, this is only looking for 3 red, but we only have 3 red coming in. So, any amount of blue that ends up over here, we can basically only allow 1 blue to hit this up here to keep us above 75%. Otherwise, all the blue needs to come down here. Oh, it just does it. Okay. Well, sure then. Okay, well, that's easy. Divide 75%. Nah, that's a bad. So it's gonna be red, green, blue because all the blue is going out of the bottom. So let's save that for the name. Release it. So when I went back through and redid all of the levels, I also am trying to keep a naming schema. We made $1,567, not bad. Oh, and here comes the money loss from self-driving car. So we made 102 from Tatari, but we lost 634, which isn't too bad because we were into the negative like 2000s there for a minute. So the little update we did to it to make it a little more efficient helped out. But anyway, when I went back and redid all of these, I tried to create a naming schema that would let me know better in the future when I'm trying to use custom nodes what exactly those nodes do. Because the default naming that it puts up is just not very helpful. So we've got 2 startups now. We've got Gamazon and the Blood Center. And then we also have a private mail. So mail from friend. Let's take a look at that. Mail from friend, BFF at cat.meow. Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you? Listen, I remember that I could... Oh, I hate this. Look, all the I's are uncapitalized. This guy is not my friend. Can I, like, block him? I don't even want his money. He didn't capitalize a single I. Oh my gosh. Okay, whatever, dude. Listen, I remember that I could not pay you a long time ago. Wait, what? Listen, I remember that I could not pay you a long time. Okay. And I'm very grateful to you that you did not demand it for so long. Oh, I was reading that wrong. He couldn't pay me for a long time, but now he's going to be able to. But to be in debt, even a friend, is not cool, right? Therefore, take this money. I return everything that I owe to you. Thank you, friend. You really helped me out. Yeah, and how about we go to a concert next week? Well, no, I'm never doing anything with you again because you don't capitalize your eyes. And that's just... You're a garbage human being for doing that. I'm going to take your money and never talk to you again. Okay, since I had to do all that, that took a bit longer than I was expecting, and I'm going to have to end this episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe, share this with your friends, and hopefully I'll be back with another episode very soon.